Today I have had a micro accident and I have scraped my brand new Subaru Outback 2023 with less than 2,000 kilometers on the clock. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm Dimitri. This is OTTOCAST Australia. What a way to start the new year, but I guess it could have been much worse, spoiler alert, and I have gained kind of a new appreciation for Subaru specifically. And today in this video I'll share with you this very short experience. It's going to be a short video probably. There is not too much to tell, but it certainly gave me a perspective. Today is about a perspective. I'd like to share perspective with you. So if you are up for a ride and you don't have a tea yet, pause me for a second, go get a tea, come back, and I'll talk to you about this. So Subaru Outback. Okay, I have gone to IKEA. And if you know Sydney IKEA Rhodes, I went to Rhodes IKEA, and I don't know if every IKEA has the same kind of car park or if it's this particular one, but it's a bloody labyrinth and it has very narrow kind of well off as you drive in and as you drive out. The turns in that IKEA car park are rather tight. And I've been talking to a person in my car and I've been driving out, actually, already driving out. And the car, the Subaru Outback, is so long, so damn long, and I'm still kinda getting used to it. It's still a new car, so that's part of the problem. And I kinda miscalculated a little bit the corner, and I have basically scraped the rear panel as I was turning it on one of those central dividing pillar or whatever. So I was turning like this, going down, and I kinda scraped it during the turn. I know, happens to the best of us, but I'm a very good driver. I keep talking about this when I can, and you know, the whatever universe decided to give me a little bit of a hit on the head. Dimitri, don't forget that you are only human. I don't forget about it. But this is where lamentation is going to be swapped with gratitude. So here is the gratitude. Gratitude is that I have a Subaru. Why? And no, I would have never thought about it before. Because Subarus have these plastic, I imagine, plastic kind of finishes on the wheel arches and pretty much everywhere. If you look at it, if you look at how the car is constructed, it's lifted a little bit. It's not just advertised, but it's made for active kind of sport. It's made for active time spent outdoors, maybe even light off-roading, where some scraping against objects such as tree branches, such as elements of the terrain, probably not an IKEA car park, but who knows, some of it is there by design. And I appreciate it now. You know how, like, I don't know, you drive in the city and you look at these cars that are lifted and have all these extra decals, not decals, we're not talking about decals, we're talking about specific elements that kind of make it off-road, and you like, oh yeah man, like, good luck with that, like, it's all show off, it's all for nothing. Well, it's not, dude, it's not, because today I saw with my own eyes that I scraped that thing. My heart sank, okay, my heart sank, and I thought half of that rear panel is gone. And I thought that certainly on this dark color of the car, the scrapes are going to be visible straight through, you know, through the paint, and it's going to be visible from the orbit. Basically, you'd be able to see it, okay? And then I looked at it, and no, it's not pleasant. I'm not going to pretend that it's nothing. It is something, because it wasn't a hit, but it was a like scrape. I heard it and I felt it, yeah? And I was like, oh my God, man. And I'm sure you would agree it could have been much worse if that plastic protection was not there. So I have a newly gained appreciation for, first of all, not just Subaru, but any car maker that creates SUVs that are, you know, slightly lifted, slightly out there. Maybe not the fenders, so to speak, but the elements above the wheel, that those wheel arches are slightly protruding. If a car maker makes a car like that and doesn't protect it with some kind of solid plastic, this kind of stuff, that is going to absorb the scrape. And no, it's not going to be super pretty under a microscope, but it's very, I think, and I hope you agree and will make me feel better by saying, Dimitri, that's nothing, man, that could have been much worse. I think it could have, and that is where gratitude and appreciation comes in. I now think, well, first of all, look, yes, I had a minor accident many years ago where, again, it was my own fault and I didn't see something. But generally, I'm a very good driver. I have years upon years, if not decades, of no incidents, okay, of nothing. In this case, when you inflict damage to your own car because of your own stupidity, not someone else's stupidity, that's what makes it extra painful. However, again, back to the dry land of gratitude. I think that I'm lucky that it's Subaru. I'm lucky that it was not paint. I'm lucky that it was just plastic. I know that paint you can touch up. That's a benefit of paint. And I know that I can't do anything with plastic unless I can, you tell me. But I don't think I can polish it out anyhow. I have to just live with it as a reminder for me to be careful. And everyone needs to be careful. And if nothing else, this is my reminder for you, my friends, to be careful in your cars. But back to my conclusion. My conclusion is that when you're buying an SUV, not even for full-on off-roading, but even in the city, there is sometimes that moment when you didn't expect it, but there will be a moment where extra padding of some sort, preferably that is put on by the car maker, will be very appreciated. And I am certainly appreciating that I didn't scrape the actual paint and didn't bend anything, but instead that plastic absorbed the scrape. I know the message was very simple and I still somehow managed to drag it into a 7+ minute video. I apologize for that, but I wanted to check in with you, my friends. First of all, awareness. Second of all, contact, maintenance of the content on this channel, and being real. I tell you about the cars I own. I don't just translate stuff from overseas, which hopefully you enjoy too, by the way. But this is life. This is what happened to my new Subaru. I'm an idiot. Please be careful. Don't drive like I did. Once again, I wasn't reckless. I just miscalculated a little bit. It's not like I didn't look on the road or I was texting. I wasn't, like, none of that was happening. I literally just miscalculated. But basically, yeah, I am going to be, when in future I buy some other vehicles, you know what? I'm going to be buying vehicles with those wheel arches protected. Tank 300 comes to mind, or something similar. Something with that plastic absorption layer. We need it. And I'm not even talking about some dumb situation where someone opens the door and just nicks your door. So those even protruding protection things that are going to stop that door would be much appreciated. But in this case, even self-inflicted drive where you scrape, where you do something like that, oh man. Anyway, enough of this rant. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope the year started for you at least not worse than it did for me. And I wish you all the best. And I'll be speaking with you again next week, mid-next week, something like that. Thanks for tuning in. Give the video a like to tell me to hold on, Dimitri. It's okay, mate. And goodbye for now.